Kallie is continuing to work on her Competent Communicator Manual, and she's now on Project 5, Your Body Speaks. The objective of her speech is to use stance, movement, gestures, facial expression, and eye contact. Welcome Kallie and her speech, Family Traditions. Kallie Rogers, Family Traditions.
Do you smell that? Christmas cookies in the oven? Ooh, and what they taste like straight out of the oven? Do you have family traditions that you do on Christmas every year? Well, I do. And I have it for Christmas preparations, Christmas Eve festivities, and of course, Christmas Day. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, I'd like for you to explore with me some of the traditions that I do throughout the Christmas season. There are so many that we do. Firstly is picking out a Christmas tree. It's a family affair. We all like to get together. There's 6 of us. So we get in the big van and we head over to the local tree farm. And you'd think it would be a family decision, but my dad ends up being the one that makes that decision because he's very particular. Oh, that tree, it's got too many holes. Ah, that one's too tall. That one? Psh, no, just don't, no. So what should be a 30-minute event ends up being 4 hours later.
Oh my.
But we get the perfect tree. I end up picking things out that aren't that great about it. So we bring the tree home and we spend the evening decorating it, drinking hot chocolate, and putting on our childhood ornaments, whether it be baby's first Christmas or my ballerina slippers from when I was age 4 aspiring to be a ballerina. And my favorites are our homemade Christmas ornaments from when we were children that are absolutely hideous and my mom just needs to throw away. Sounds like the perfect evening, but there's one little thing that I forgot to tell you. There's a little bit of bickering and fighting between me and my siblings. It goes a little bit like this. Oh, I found the Christmas bow. I'm going to put it on top of the tree. No, it's my turn. It's my year to put it on top of the tree. I found it. It gets a little ugly from time to time, but I guess that became another tradition, fighting on Christmas. It happens. But holidays are about family and friends, and another tradition that we have is our Christmas Eve party. We have one every single year. It is such a blast. We invite everybody to this party. Our cousins, aunts, cousins twice removed, our uncles, everybody is invited, which can make for a little bit of awkward situations. One particular person that comes to mind is my creepy Uncle Rick. We all have that one relative. My Uncle Rick is a very touchy person. He likes to come up and poke your sides and tickle you and put his arm around you and squeeze you tight so you smell like his Copenhagen and cheap cologne. But it's Christmas Eve. I only really see him on that night so I can take one for the team. Other than him, the night is full of games and fun and friends and family, so that's all that's important. Of course, Christmas Day, a day full of traditions. The morning begins, we wake up super early, and we all go up and sit on the top stairs waiting to see what Santa brought us. And all us kids get gathered. And by kids, I mean 20 to 30-somethings. So we're not really kids anymore, but it's still fun. And we rush downstairs to see all the presents under the beautiful tree. The room is filled with the smell of my mom's homemade cinnamon rolls that she only makes on Christmas morning. So we take the time and open up each one of our presents individually so everyone gets the chance to see what everyone else got. After that and then our stockings, we then devour, of course, those yummy cinnamon rolls that have been waiting in the oven for us. Once all of this is completed, we then go to our next Christmas tradition, which is over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house. As we walk into the door, the room smells like ham that's baking in the oven, and all the homemade dishes, the mashed potatoes, chicken and noodles, homemade pies, all the cookies, oh, so much food. But we have to wait for it to finish cooking, so we open up all the presents there as well. Once that's finished, and I eat way too much, we then go on to my favorite tradition on Christmas, which is the dice game. Now, I talked earlier about my siblings and I fighting a little bit. This is when the worst comes out. If you aren't familiar with the dice game, it's a game where my grandmother, the facilitator, goes out and buys the most random things you can think of. She buys tissues and lottery tickets and candy and pens, office supplies, anything you can possibly think of, she wraps up. So no one knows what's what. And we always try to get the lottery tickets. So they're wrapped up in different sized boxes, so no one knows which is which. So the game goes like this. All of the wrapped presents that no one knows what is what gets placed in the center of the table. Everyone sits around the table. We have about 4 pair of die running at a time. When you roll a double, you then can take a present from the center and it's yours. Well, it gets a little aggressive at the point where all the presents are gone from the center. So then the game changes a little bit, and that's when the claws really come out. So a timer begins, and next time you roll a double, you then can steal a present off whoever in the circle you would like. There have been some tears and some yelling. There's never been blood, but it's been come close. So there's always one present that everyone steals from someone else, and it goes all the way around the table. I stole it from my mom, my brother steals it from me, I steal it back from my brother, my cousin steals it from me. It can get ugly, but when the timer runs out, whatever presents you have in front of you belong to you. So you open them up, and you're so excited, and that present that everybody was passing around, that we all thought was a lottery ticket, ended up being a buy one, get one half off tissue coupon. So, it was fun, but it would not be Christmas without the dice game. This year was full of traditions for me, and I've had the chance to fulfill those traditions, and I hope all of you have gotten the chance to spend time with friends and family and fulfill your traditions this year. I'm so thankful for my crazy family and our crazy stupid traditions, but it wouldn't be Christmas without them. Mr. Toastmaster.